Hello students and welcome back to CBSE Tech Talks. In today's video we are doing a simple but important program, and that is to check whether a year entered by us is a leap year or not. So let's start with the learning objective of this video is understand leap years, apply leap year rules, use if, elif, else, write and test Python code. So first of all, what exactly is a leap year? A leap year is a year that contains 366 days instead of 365 days. The extra one day is added to the month of February, making it 29 days. This adjustment keeps our calendar synchronized with Earth's revolution around the sun. And the rule is a year is a leap year if divisible by 400 or divisible by 4 and not by 100. It does mean that if it is a century year, it has to be divisible by 400. And in case if it is not a century year, then it will not be divisible by 100, it has to be divisible by 4. I hope it is clear. Century year need to be divisible by 400. Non-century year only by 4. So let's start with. This is the code. So first of all, we will be taking year from the user, and the year will be entered in the form of integer. So first input and then that is converted into integer. Enter a year. If the year which you have entered is divisible by 400, modulus operator is what? Checking the divisibility. Equals to 0. It means when you are dividing year by 400 and if remainder is coming 0, then it is going to print leap year. If this condition is false, it will go to elif. So first condition is false, second condition is checked. In second condition, we are checking year divisible by 100 equals to again 0. It means if year is divisible by 100, then print not a leap year. It means it is a century year, so it is not a leap year. Elif. Year divisible by 4 equals to 0. Print leap year. If it is a century year, it has to be divisible by 400. If it is not a century year, it should not be divisible by 100. It has to be divisible by 4. In other cases, if it is not a century year and neither divisible by 4, then it is not a leap year. I hope it is clear. Let's try this on Python. Ideally, let me open. So I have copied this. Let's run this program. Click on run module. When you will run, it will ask for the file. Already the file is saved, so I have to enter. We will be trying first century year, then non-century year and leap year, and then the third case. So let me start with 2000. So 2000 was a leap year and it is also divisible by 400, so it is a leap year. Let's do the second question, or the second you can say running. Click on run, and this time we will be giving century year but not divisible by 400. So 1900, it is not a leap year. So 1900 being century year, it has to be divisible by 4, but it is not divisible, so that's what it is not a leap year. Third case, not a century year but a leap year. So this time I will be entering 2024. 2024 was a leap year. So I think it is clear. And the last case will be running, and we will enter any random year. Let's enter this session's year only, this year only, and it is not a leap year. I hope it is clear. There is a variation in the coding. We can go with the other code also. It is easier. We have in this coding we have put these three conditions: if, elif and else. We can merge all the conditions here also. So what we will do, we will simply write this. I will make you understand. Let me copy first. So instead of all these, we will write this thing. Sorry, let me copy down the statement once again. Copy, and I have to paste it. Now what it is there, if year modulus 400 equals to 0, this condition, or Year modulus 4 equals to 0 and year modulus 100 is not equals to 0. It means it has to be divisible by 400 or it has to be divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. So this or is in between two conditions, and the second condition is having two more conditions. So we have put and here. So this condition, either this should be true, this should be true, or this should be true. So in these two cases, the leap year as will not be a leap year. Let's run. We will try all those cases again, once again. Okay, let me try the same thing. 2000, it is a leap year. We can run this time a century year other than 1900. We can go with 1800 also. It is not a leap year. Then we will go with a year which is a leap year but not a century year. So 2028 will again be a leap year. And this time we will enter any random year and which is not a leap year. 2013 is not a let me show you, it's not a leap year. I hope it is clear. Now there are some common mistakes which students do. Checking only divisibility by 4. You check only by 4, not by 400 and not by 100. That is ignored sometimes, ignoring the century rule. So century rule is what? Checking for 100 and 400 also. Wrong conditions in wrong order. If you put the conditions in the order, different order, then also it is not going to give you right answer. Forgetting indentation. In Python, indentation plays an important role. If you ignore that also you are having mistakes in the coding. Or using assignment operator instead of comparison. We are comparing here. So year modulus 400 means we are getting one value equals to 0. It means two things are compared. If they both are right, then only it is going to give you the right answer. These are some of the practice questions. Check whether a year is a leap or not. Print leap year between 1900 and 2100. You can have this question also. Count the leap years in a given range. Display all leap years entered by user. User has to enter one number and then you have to display all the leap years in that from starting from 1 till that. Now there are some of the key takeaways which you should be taking with you. Years contains 366 days. Leap year contains, okay, February has 29 days. This is nothing to do with you can say computer science or IP, but then also you should know divisible by 400 is a leap year, divisible by 100 but not 400 is not a leap year, divisible by 4 but not 100 is a leap year. Nested if-elif-else help implement multiple conditions. If you want to go with multiple conditions, you need to have if, elif and then else, and logical operators can simplify the code. So these are the key takeaways. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to CBSE TechTalks to watch such more coding programs and the syllabus of 11th and 12th IP as well as CS. All the chapters are covered or will be covered. So keep practicing. See you in the next video.